straight out to Jessica D'Onofrio with WKMG. What happened in court today, Jessica?
Well, Nancy, Casey Anthony's attorney didn't want anybody to see these wild, embarrassing, sexy party pictures of Casey Anthony. This was back before Caylee was missing, supposedly. You see pictures of her, squatting in a parking lot, possibly urinating, pictures of her throwing up in a toilet and apparently inebriated. But the thing is that we've seen these pictures before. These pictures have been on the internet. They have been in a photo bucket account, which is a photo sharing account online that a lot of the media had accessed months ago. So we've put these images on television before, but for some reason, Jose Baez thought these were embarrassing to his client and shouldn't be released in the discovery process. Well, a judge basically said everybody's going to be able to see them, so he declined his request today.
Also joining me, legal correspondent from In Session in Court today, Jean Casares. Jean, we have seen many photos of the top mom out partying like it's 1999, dressed in her mini dress and boots and push-up bra. But listen, these are thousands. I haven't seen thousands of photos. And look, after these photos, what could possibly be embarrassing? What is he referring to, Jean Casares?
Well, Jose Baez said in court, first of all, that he had seen the digital images of what the state attorney's office has, and he also knows what publicly has already been released, and he said there's a lot more that have not been released. Well, in court today, I saw him take some examples of the photos up to the judge before the judge ruled, and I saw the judge look at them and sort of acknowledge that he understood what Jose Baez was saying. And the argument from the defense was this violates her right to a fair trial.
Wait, Jean. We were just showing a shot of the top mom dancing, grabbing some other lady's breast. Now, this is all in the days following her daughter's disappearance. You know, Jane, when I left,
February 20th to be exact.
When I left to come to work today, knowing what was happening in court, I could hardly stand to even leave the twins. Now, not that I'm the mother of the year, but here's top mom grabbing somebody's breast in a photo. Now, are you telling me that there are other photos that are more embarrassing?
Well, Jose Baez says there are thousands of them, and it's the irrelevant ones that he did not want publicly released. He believed the relevant ones, according to the public access law here in Florida, would have to be released. But of course, how do you differentiate at this point? The prosecutor may not know what is relevant and what is irrelevant.
Let's unleash the lawyers. We are taking your calls live. The top mom in court today, Casey Anthony, in full ankle shackle, dressed in business attire in front of a judge and onlookers. Her parents coming to court for the first time in some time seeing her. Susan Moss, family attorney out of New York, child advocate. Christopher A. Mulch, defense attorney, Washington, D.C., and of course, Joseph Lawless, defense attorney and author of Prosecutorial Misconduct out of Philadelphia. Sue Moss, please, every trial lawyer knows that if the only objection you raise is irrelevance, you have preserved nothing for appeal. In other words, even if the judge is wrong and allows something in that shouldn't come in, and your only objection is it's irrelevant, that is not sufficient to get a reversal. So all of this has been for naught unless he can come up with a legitimate objection to these photos other than it's not relevant. That's for a jury to decide really what's relevant. That's why it's not reversible.
Absolutely. I guess Casey wasn't ready for her close-up, Mr. DeVille. But all of these photos are going to be relevant because if the motive is that Casey didn't want to be a mother anymore and that's why she may have killed Caylee or done something that led to her death, each and every one of these photographs is relevant. The only question is whether the prejudice, the possible prejudice to her, would be outweighed by the weight of the evidence. That's the only question.
To Christopher A. Mulch and Joseph Lawless, Joe, weigh in.
Well, Nancy, I think the only reason these photographs are being used at all by the prosecution is to try to taint the jury pool even more than it's already been tainted.
Really, you know,
some of them may be admissible,
Lawless
some
up,
of them.
I want
Pardon?
to see his face, because Lawless, you know as well as I do that if these photos are taken in the days and even the hours after Caylee goes missing, and this is her demeanor, it is highly probative.
Some
in other
of them-
words,
some
it
of them may
proves
be.
her frame of mind.
Some of them may be. Thousands
Well,
are
you just
clearly
said they were not.
Thousands are clearly not.
How do
And
you
this
know? Have
judge-
you seen them?
No, have you?
No, I haven't.
So why should the public see them before judicial determination is made as to whether or not they're relevant? The only purpose.
Okay, I'll
this could
answer
have-
your question if you really meant to ask me. I'm talking about whether they will come into court. If they are evidence, then they are public.
When
all right?
they're entered into evidence and when a judge decides they're relevant, not before you pick a jury, Nancy.
He's got to have more grounds than relevance, Christopher A. Mulch. That's not enough to stop them.
Well, what he's saying is that the relevance is not for the jury to decide, Nancy. It's for the judge to decide. The judge needs to make an initial legal determination about whether something is relevant or not. And if there's thousands of pictures, there's no way the judge should be making a blanket ruling that all of these are going to be made available to the public without looking at them in camera, looking at which ones, and letting the lawyers argue about what's relevant and what's not. But it's
to
not for the
Natisha
jury
Lance,
right now.
our producer, also in court today. She's standing by there with Gene Cassarnes at the courthouse. Natisha, what about that video of the tot mom when she sees live coverage there in sick bay in the jail of Caylee's skeleton being discovered?
Well, once again, Nancy, Jose Baez argued that this would prevent his client from having a fair trial. And what he's saying is that this was some type of setup and that his client was brought into the medical ward and then at that point set up to be seen having this reaction.